With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stone's Thunderflash. In the last video, we headed up the Chaos Tower to make it to the Lost World Stadium, where we confronted Flora and Aster, who intend to erase all worlds. We don't want that happening, do we? So let's take them on in a football match, because that's how this game works. Or you can take them on with LBX robots if you're playing this from the other universe involved in this crossover storyline. So we are not using the new Inazuma National kit anymore. It's back to the Raimon kit, but they still give you the option to build your team in this fashion. I think I'm pretty much keeping the same formation as before, knowing that I can make some substitutions if needed. Now, I was surprised by how comfortably I beat Inazuma Legend National, so I've actually gone into the Despairadoes a little bit under-leveled in comparison, especially because I do believe this is the weaker team of the two. They're slightly higher leveled, but their stat buffs are not actually as good. The main reason for this is that Aster, although his kick stat is frankly incredible to go with Dimensional Deluge, what it points out in the text is that all of his teammates are Duplies. Now, it is really good to see this referenced again, especially when they've got genuinely good moves like Format Disc, which is a mega move, and also Floral Fiesta, which is a mega move. But yeah, we haven't really seen Duplies outside of Faye's team right back in Chapter 1. And if you're going to have Duplies on one team, you might as well have other characters taking advantage of it. To be honest, I think the biggest missed opportunity was Zanak's domain, because Zanak himself was a prisoner. Like, he shouldn't have any friends. The fact that he was good at football at all was weird enough, never mind having 10 other friends who were also incredible at football. And maybe they were Duplies and it's just not pointed out, but it's like, what happened to those 10 other guys? Who were they? How did Zanak find them? Were they second stage children as well? I think the easiest explanation would have just been that they were Duplies. But either way, Aster definitely has a team full of Duplies to go with himself, who is a very, very good forward. I have to admit, it's a little disappointing to me that he is a forward, because when he's playing along in the movie, he genuinely shows off really good defensive moves. He's got a move called Asterocks, which is derived from asterisk rock in Japanese. And by the way, lol, that fighting spirit on the goalkeeper is a total palette swap of the one from Team Zan. But yeah, like, his biggest moment in the match against the Despairadoes, which is kind of a funky name, but it's still better than the Japanese name of the Destructures. Yeah, I genuinely thought he was a defender captain, which is something that the Inazuma 11 series lacks so much. But then you look at his kick stat and yeah, he's a forward alright. But our forward is still strong enough to get past their goalkeeper, so we will enjoy the early lead. I'm now going to hold off Fighting Spirits just a little bit to test the waters a bit on their inherent stats. And then suddenly I don't get a choice, because Goldie does not have possession right now, and here comes Astaroth, the second god of Astaroth thingy in the Inazuma 11 series after Astaroth from Inazuma 3, and wow, we just kind of won that one immediately. Right, Thunderbolt would be the easiest thing. It's them going for a special tactic, but why don't we make things just a little more interesting? Grand Plan, the second attempt. Can I do it this time against a team potentially even harder than Ragnar? Well, we'll see. I don't have a great degree of faith in myself, but Goldie is going to try and get things started. Ricardo, Faye, Zanak, or whoever you are. Victor, hey, we've got a few passes on deck as we go for an actual shot. I'm interested to see what the stats are going to look like on this one. Yeah, I mean, that'll do. You can certainly get a lot more power out of Grand Plan if you pass to more people along the way, but I'm happy enough with 828. definitely. So that's kind of Victor's contribution done. If you're watching this match in the movie, then I would say the main contributors in terms of gold would probably be Soul Daystar, because this is actually where you find where you see all of his moves for the very first time. Plasma Cut and his mix and match thingy, Thundertaker, they do not appear in the anime outside of the movie, but this is where you find them. It's just kind of common knowledge if you're playing as him in the games. Obviously, Bylong debuts his moves as well, but that happens in the Inazuma Legend National match. Yeah, there's plenty of other move debuts as well, like God Hand Woo is used by Arion in the closing stages, and with full knowledge that's a goalkeeping move, by the way. Just kind of does it for protecting the world from big explosion and stuff. We still don't have the final move in Goldie's level up moveset, but that is a big deal, which debuts in the movie, and it's like I could give the game away, but I am sure that as soon as we get that move on Goldie, it's gonna make an appearance, and I feel bad for these guys' spirits. I'm just totally getting past them without difficulty. I kind of want to see what they've got, because we haven't even seen the likes of Format Disc or Floral Fiesta yet. Go on, see what you can do. There we go, this is Floral Fiesta, so very, very nice move. It wouldn't be out of place on the likes of Goldie. There's a bit of obliteration similarity there. Go on then, Aster. We've got a 2-0 lead. Let's see what your fighting spirit has to show us. I'm still going to go for God Hand V, though. Huh. It's Crimson Prison. Okay, so this is definitely not a move we haven't seen before. He obviously has unique stuff to show us in his regular shooting moveset, but I guess his spirit doesn't have much in comparison. It will be getting a goal, though. Alright, so you're Richter from Castlevania now, apparently. You won't beat us, that's a fact. Well, you and your Duplies definitely aren't making it too easy for us. Just, I do find it a little weird that these guys don't have the same stat buffs that Inazuma... Well, I do kind of get it. They gave stat buffs to Inazuma Legend National to say, yo, these guys are adults, you shouldn't be more powerful than them. These guys are going to be a real challenge for you, whereas this guy is like one teenager and is Duplies. But in terms of game balancing, we're definitely getting easier as it goes along. Let's see what Victor can do and if he can get a third goal to further solidify the point as we try another new move, Chrysanthemum Katana. So other moves that make their debut in the movie, Tornado Tunnel from Arion is actually one which doesn't appear before now. It becomes a move that he uses regularly afterwards. It certainly appears a few times in Go Galaxy. But yeah, kind of the same with Devil Burst from Victor or Supernatural Strike. That debuts in the Go 1 movie, but it just becomes part of his moveset ever since. Except for in this game, where he just kind of doesn't have it to make space for the slightly less exciting Great Blaster, but it is what it is. Just a shame we can't see Big Bang Slash and Glorious Ray from the LBX guys, but I mean, you certainly would if you were watching the movie. They would just be happening from actual LBX robots instead. What's Zero Space gonna do? It looked really cool until it actually happened. A footballer called Chamomile is going for goal now. I tell you what, after watching the most recent Let's Play from Sugar Conroy, I cannot say chamomile properly ever again. I'm just wanting to say chamomile like he does. But yeah, Gyro Blocker, so I think I said that was a perfect cascade move in the previous video. It's definitely a Protocol Omega 3.0 move, but makes a lot of sense on Mecha Mark now that we are bringing the first half of the match to a close. I'm obviously going to go into a little more detail on the movie itself in the second half and what I generally think of it, but for now let's make it through this first half safely without these guys scoring again and then see what happens.
Aster, I want to play in the second half.
As you wish. Yep, that's our little bonus plot twist. We now get Flora playing on the pitch as a forward, and she is already mix and matched. Like, it's not really stressed as being a mix and match in the story. She just kind of has an evil form that makes her able to play football and all of that. But it's definite. Well, actually, she's got her spirit up as well. She's already armorified. So the black hair thingy, which has just ploughed through Zodiac like nobody's business. So that is a mix and match with an item called the Rose, which is a lovely, dangerous black rose looking kind of thing. And yeah, her spirit is Eris, which is already out. And it makes her a real force to be threatened with, because have you seen that movement speed? She is moving like nobody's business, and I am actually going to let her just have a crack at it, because I want to see what her moves look like.
Can't stop us, and when we defeat you, you too will know despair. Ah! I'll destroy it all!
So what exactly is she going to do? I'm not going to make a huge effort to stop this one, because I don't have a spirit out on Mechamark, and he would need one. Beautiful stuff. Over 700 power on Supermassive Shot because she is mix and matched and spirit out. But yeah, Aster is still the captain, so he will be the one doing the talking. Right, so that is something to keep an eye out for.
Fighting just leads to hatred.
I don't think this really qualifies as fighting, love, but we'll take the memo on that and kind of keep out of your way. Let's bring out a spirit on Faye so that he can make a little bit of headway. Tell you what, I'm going to go for his regular spirit and just use Sir Rabby to kind of smack Eris in the face. This might be a bad idea because she may win the spirit duel, but I do want to get Eris off the playing field. If indeed she can lose health. I've just kind of remembered that. Yeah, because the game isn't really programmed to deal with what she would look like if she didn't have her spirit out. I think her spirit is actually invincible. So, yeah, that's where the challenge definitely comes from. And our grand plan also means that we can't use a defensive blocking move. And because of bringing out Phase, I can't bring out Mechamark either. So, all of a sudden, my lax attitude has gotten me a bit screwed over here. I adore that move name though. Flower Plower. And it's so unlike what we're actually looking at. That's one of the most dangerous looking moves I've ever seen, but it's called Flower Plower, which just makes me laugh ever so much. But, right. We need 2 goals now. I'll say something else, mate. Yeah, Flora is the gigantic threat, and let's keep out of her way. I've definitely learned my lesson now. Faye, I at least trust that you could probably get past Aster if I armorified and went for a dance on air. Unless he armorifies himself and used Asterock. Possible, he hasn't though. I still wasn't confident. I mean, there should be no reason why a fighting spirit using attack would lose to an actual move option like this. Like, it just doesn't happen. But I was still nervous because you can never quite tell with these post-game matches that really push you to the limits. Their goalkeeper, I believe, still has his spirit up, but it can't have much left in the tank, I wouldn't imagine. If I can make it that far with Sir Rabby still active, then I will mix and match Faye. To be honest, I could do to mix and match Mechamark so that we don't drop anymore, but I think I'm just going to have to depend on my skills as a player instead to stop Flora from going anywhere near it. Alright, mix and match with Big. Can we at least level the scores? I do not know what would happen if the time ran out and we were on level time. Whether it would go to extra time or if we would just end in a draw. But I'm not really willing to take the risk, so let's go for a Phantasmagoria, which wasn't all that strong, to be honest. White Hole might be able to do something about that one. Yes, yes it can. Okay, so Faye being low on his spirit gauge has damaged me there. We've got 20 minutes to play with though, and the fighting spirit of the goalkeeper is now gone, so that is encouraging at the very least, but that was a great pass from them to get out of the way. Aster still involved. Phil English can do nothing about him. Well, I think the movie review's going to have to come some other time because Flora's going for goal. Ooh, no, I can't do anything about it. You could see that I was tapping on the spirit button. Well, I think we've lost, guys. This is the end. I don't think I'll be able to bring this one back. Flower Plower, so strong. Alright, but no giving it. Oh, so the grand plan was a bit of a mistake. Jeez, Flora is such a problem. Wow. I think I feel that. Got 2 more goals to get just to level the score. I'll try. Bylong hasn't used his spirit yet, so that is the next intention. Regular one first. White Wyvern 3, I only just leveled it up moments ago, then straight into the Armor Fight to get past you. I have given him Rising Dragon from Roma's moveset, because of course Bylong, famously a user of dragons in everything that he does, so I thought it was a good enough fit, and Warp Step is nearly done leveling up, and it's also got a high foul ratio. I wonder if by mix and matching Faye I've actually run out of mix and match options though, because have I got 3 active? Victor's is probably still going, Faye's is still going. I think I've got 1 more slot, so we'll just have to attempt that now. Came a little too late on the press. Oh, Fiesta does take some getting past, to tell you what. Right. I think we can score here at least, though, because, you know, the goalkeeper's out of commission. They don't have a reserve. But what's going to happen when I score? Like, they're just going to be in possession of the ball, and if Flora has it, how am I supposed to take that off her? You know, Zanuck missed his chance to mix and match. Anyway, Thunder Taker is still one of the best shooting moves in the game, because not only is it strong, it causes maximum stun gauge to the goalkeeper, and I cannot be taking any risks. I've got to give the best I've possibly got. Tension's on. 10 minutes left in the match. I think extra time is going to be important. Not just for getting the extra goal, but also for having my movie review at some point. Bylong is at least spirit out and mix and match, so if anyone's going to be able to stop Flora right now, as I drop my stylus, I guess White Wyvern has the best chance and has succeeded. She did not use a dribbling move, so the tower has won this one out. Now, Bylong, you just need to kind of teleport over to the goal here, and look at him doing it! Oh, he didn't even get in a single command duel. Let's go! Bylong really making up for when he was kind of falling behind in the late game matches. Now he's insane. That movement speed, man. I might be able to win this in regular time after all, but Whitehole's still a threat. I don't know how he can still keep doing them. I guess these guys don't lose any TP for using moves, because he should be... I guess he's had his spirit out most of the time. 4-4. This is a proper movie scoreline as well. It's more of a movie scoreline than the actual match against the Despairadoes in the real movie. That one just ends in 3-2 to Raimon's favour, or, you know, New Inazuma National's favour. In fact, it goes so far against conventions that the Inazuma team actually score first, And that's after they take a really strong shot on JP, who's famously bad in the Chrono Stone anime, but he actually stops like a proper giant shot and carries the team in the early stages. They still level things out, of course, as you would expect, but it was a nice, unpredictable match that was interspliced along with the actual LBX action, which is clearly good for fans of the Little Battlers Experience anime, and a little tough to keep up with if you're just a pure Inazuma 11 fan. It was just kind of robots saying a lot of moves and then lasers would appear. That is not me trying to disparage Little Battlers Experience, because let me remind you, I love that series. I've not really invested myself in the anime at all, but I've certainly beaten the first game, and, well, keep an eye on this channel, because I will probably be beating it again. Wink wink, nudge nudge. I don't exactly know what the schedule for this channel is going to be like, because out of the Inazuma 11 Go fan translation, Go Galaxy fan translation, and Little Battlers Experience, one is definitely more important to you guys than the other, but I still want to absolutely do both, so take that as formal confirmation. There will be a Little Battlers Experience Let's Play on this channel, and if you want to kind of see what Vanyamano and Hiro Hughes are going through at this point in time in their little off-screen duel, or the on-screen duel that happens in the movie, then look forward to that. But what do I think of the movie in general now that we're finally winning this match again? It's good. I can't tell whether it's the best Inazuma 11 movie or if the previous one was a little better, because obviously one of them was pure Inazuma 11, the other is a crossover. It's definitely quite a fan-servicey movie. The best thing about it is seeing all the new moves from the Inazuma characters and the LBX robots, but it's got enough of a plot to keep it going. Like, obviously Flora and her brothers have... their backstory is explained a lot more in the movie than it is in the game, so I do recommend watching it if you want to learn more about those guys and why exactly they want to erase the world. Because you kind of need reasons to erase the world. Like, that's a big deal, but like, obviously Flora, she's a very powerful lady with all of her psychic stuff and mix and matching in fighting spirits, and yeah, basically humans tried to take advantage of that in her world, and I think she kind of accidentally deleted her own world because of all the conflicts, and now she's doing it to everything else because she can. But anyway, that is the 4 goals from Bylong, the absolute MVP here. We're going to end on a scoreline of 6-4, unless Flora can get all the way to the end and give us one more. No, that is the end. The Despairadoes are beaten. That really worked my skills as a player. Oh man. I take back everything I said in the first half.
What? Did we lose? Us?
Mate, you don't even exist. You're just a Duplie. We get the LBX magazine, which is the item that you need to recruit the LBX characters, and we've finally got Fire Tornado Triple Chain on Goldie, one of the strongest shooting moves in the game that combines her with Arion and Victor to do 3 Fire Tornadoes at once. It's kinda mental. You can't have beaten us.
You're full of hatred, like everyone who fights.
No, Flora, you've got it wrong. This isn't war. It's a football match. It's a game. It's a completely different thing.
Sister, he does not understand.
They're blind to the truth.
How can you still not understand? All conflict must be erased or it will destroy everything.
They've gone. I have no idea what just happened. Well, this is goodbye. Van, Hiro, it was really great to meet you, and I'm glad we had you on our side.
Same here.
Thanks for teaching us so much about football, Arion. We'll keep everything we learnt in mind when we play LBX. We'll never give up.
That's the spirit.
I hope we'll meet again someday.
We will, and when we do, we can play a game of footy. And we'll teach you how to play LBX. Football! LBX! Deal! Oh, we're back at Saints Way Stadium.
Looks like we made it out of the parallel world.
Yeah, you've got to admit, that was a pretty out of the ordinary experience, even by our standards. And that parallel stone basically exists to say, yeah, the whole thing was non-canon, that definitely didn't count. It is a shame that the game doesn't touch on quite everything that the movie does, like, Aster and Sterne disappear at the end of that movie, as if to suggest they don't even exist, and they were Duplies, if you will, of Flora's imagination. But here they just kind of exist. They're genuine people, brothers to Flora, and that's fine. We do actually see a bit of the Inazuma guys learning LBX and vice versa in the movie as well, even Flora getting involved back when they still trust her. But yeah, there's plenty of reasons to go online and find that movie. There's lots to enjoy, so I hope you do that, and certainly the game adaptation was a lot of fun as well. In the next episode, another team awaits. See you then.